Hello and welcome back to Tyrock 1999, the master of retro and modern-day classic Let's Plays. Today we're going to come to the exciting conclusion for my Resident Evil 2 Claire B scenario Let's Play. We're going to crawl our way through the laboratory, face Mr. X and William Birkin, and hopefully come out alive on the other side. Before we get started though, I wanted to remind you that I'm on BitChute and Odyssey alongside YouTube, in case you prefer alternate media. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. You once again stepped into the world of survival horror. Good luck. That almost never gets old. Alrighty, let's get rid of our ink ribbon. I'm gonna take this, probably won't need it, but it doesn't hurt. And aside from that, we're looking pretty good. I have my trusty spark shot. That is not only a very cool weapon, it does good damage and it's just satisfying in general. I have lots of love for the spark shot, partially because the spark shot, it's kind of easily overshadowed by Claire's very, very powerful grenade launcher. And I get it. So, if you notice, this is a new area as far as the B scenario goes. In A scenario, you never get to go here. Because the platform is already risen, there's no point in going down here. And naturally, the reason why the platform isn't risen currently is because our friend Leon already took it down. Notice that camera up in the corner. What do we have here? If I can pick it up. I'm not gonna turn the monitor on yet. I just want the key. Come on, Claire, I believe in you. There we go. She was having a moment there. Sorry, everybody. The C panel key. A key to activate the control panels, that's what the C stands for. The letter U is engraved. Confusingly, that U is to the side, so it looks like a C. I don't know if Capcom is trying to be cheeky here or what. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the monitor for the camera that I pointed out a couple minutes ago. Oh no. Oh no, X is back. It's persistent. Get a nice close-up of his model. So cool. And he is right over here. We gotta do something about it. It's useful that Claire has that step back when she lands a shot, because it gives us natural distance as we're doing damage. And the spark shot makes short work. It's easy to forget that to check Mr. X's body when you incapacitate him. He has goodies to offer. So the C key that we received is going to bring the train car back to us. Hey, Sherry. How's our ammo doing? 61%. Okay. I'm gonna try to stick with the spark shot for this coming battle. A little bit of management going on and being somewhat OCD. Apologies if that annoys you. Okay, we got our 48 acid grenades. You know what? I'm gonna try to use grenades for hopefully the entire end of the game, so I'm not going to bring those out. Kind of like how we put away the Leon's VP-70 pistol as soon as we got to this point of the game. That's what I'd like to do. Well, I would like to put away most of the other weapons except for the grenade launcher and just use it for the rest of the game. A machine control panel. There's a keyhole. The screen lights up.
Let's go.
Alright, you ready, Sherry? Probably sound like a broken record, but if you notice that first aid spray in the cabinet over there, not getting it so I can stay sharp. Remember, if you run too far away from Sherry, she'll get scared and kind of kneel down, so I give her time. Key's already in the machine because Leon did it for us. Thank you, Leon. Something I'm gonna have to take care of.
Don't worry. Just wait here. I'll go and see what it was.
Notice the hole in the wall from when Birkin did some damage to Ada. We get magnum shells there for Leon. We get flames for Claire. All good in here. Listen to that creepy music. Security panel. In case of an emergency, the red light will turn on and access from outside will be prohibited for a limited time. I love how the platform shakes every couple seconds, you know, as it's traveling down. Very, very cool atmosphere. What do we got here? Birkin, and he's quite transformed. You know, Leon did a lot of damage to him, and so, you know, he has the G-Virus inside of him, so he's constantly regenerating himself as he takes damage. He's about to get some more. I love that the smoke rises from his body as you zap him with the spark shot. When he rears his claws back like that, watch out. If you get close, he's going to do a lot of damage. Alright. It's gonna jump down again. In my opinion, this is easier than Leon fighting him on the train car. Even though it seems more involved, like he has a mode where he rears his hands back and stuff, but he walks really slow. It's not difficult to avoid. Now watch this. This is so cool. He jumps on the wall to escape, and then his blood comes trickling down beneath him. That is one of my favorite moments in the whole game. I just think that's so cool. Alright, Birkin's done. Thank you, Spark Shot. Still 21% left, and its service is over. I'm going to put it in the box. It's done what I needed it to do. Warning, the motor has been stopped due to problems with overheating.
Isn't this... That's okay. You keep it. I'm sure it'll keep you safe. Wait here for me, okay? I'm going back to look for your mom.
Thanks, Claire. Even though I'm an only child, neither of my parents ever spent much time with me because of their work. But now that you're with me, I finally have someone to rely upon.
Sherry.
Touching moment. And so, Claire gave her jacket to Sherry, and for the rest of the game, her black t-shirt is going to be exposed. One of the parts of the remake that I really like is once you beat the game, you can choose the different costumes for your character from the start menu, and you can choose to play the whole game in t-shirt mode for Claire. Alright, so the platform stopped halfway because it's been overworked by being used by Leon and Claire and Birkin fighting us twice on it. And so, we're going to get to go to a new area. Halfway down this service tunnel. Guess that's all the time the engine needed to cool off, and it's working again. So we're gonna have to link back up with Sherry. Poor girl gets left over and over again in this game. It's an elevator. The power is not on. Mercifully, they offer us an item box, though, in case you overpacked your inventory for the Birkin fight. Gonna keep one health item on us, just in case. It's good to be prepared. Don't need the crossbow. You know what? I'm not gonna do the grenade launcher quite yet. I know I'm teasing everybody. We're going to be fighting some lickers in the next room, and I prefer to stun lock them with the Mac 11. It's much easier to deal with them because they're the black lickers, the extra powerful black lickers, and they're not to be trifled with. I don't want to mess around. So we can go ahead and take the elevator. We don't actually have to push this box yet, but I like to get this out of the way. It's kind of annoying. You got to make sure you give yourself enough room to go behind the box once the elevator comes down, but also give yourself enough room to press the button. It's kind of a pain. It's looking a little skinny. Let me, there we go. Oh, I suppose I could just probably push it straight up against the button and then push it far enough. So maybe I'm overselling how annoying this actually is. The steam coming out of those pipes. It's great. Check it out. Okay. We're not going to go up there yet because we don't have the key that is required, but it's nice that that is done and I don't have to worry about it. Investigative report on E-epsilon gas. This report demands immediate attention. The P-epsilon gas has been proven capable of incapacitating all known BOWs by organic weapon. As such, it has been designated for emergency usage in the event of a BOW escape. Reports based upon data collected during prior incidents indicate the potential for negative side effects. The P-epsilon gas has been proven to weaken BOWs' cellular functions. However, prolonged or repeated exposures will result in the creation of adaptive antibodies to the agent. Furthermore, some species have been observed to absorb the P-epsilon gas as a source of nutrition and use the toxins extracted against anything perceived as a threat. Use of the P-epsilon gas should be severely limited to extreme cases only. We strongly request the authority to reevaluate the P-epsilon gas deployment system. We would like this reevaluation to take place immediately. Second R&D room, security team. More flames. Ink ribbon if, or typewriter if we need it. We don't. We would have used the grenade launcher much sooner if I wouldn't have saved the Mac 11 for Claire. Hear that? We got some liquors. It's stun locking time. Whoa. That went great, I must say. I'm surprised I killed both of them so fast. This looks like the switch to turn on the elevator. Will you push the switch? I will. Check it out. Iron smelting pool. Employees only. Yeah, that's not something to fall into. Reminds me of the ending of Terminator 2, you know, the famous thumbs up scene. I'm sure that's not coincidental with how Mr. X he's sort of like a Terminator, you know? Okay, so we powered up the elevator. I still can't go in that direction, so we're going to have to save that for later. Let me know in the comments if you think it's funny that I use the character's aiming to indicate different things in the world. I kind of amused myself with that. Alright, it is finally explosives time. I did use the normal grenades earlier in the game. I don't remember what I used them on, but I remember using them. The flame grenades are going to work really well against the plant monsters. It takes them down very quickly. The plant monsters are called Ivies, by the way, if you were wondering. The master key is required to open the emergency route. I like how the light indicates where we are as far as our travel time in the elevator. It's pretty cool. Well, I mean, I guess it's not that cool. Like every elevator has that. I didn't get to talk much about the naked zombies at the end of my Leon run. They are really creepy, and they're a Resident Evil staple. One of my favorites. At the end of almost every Resident Evil, you have to face these creepy naked zombies. No Sherry. Okay. It wouldn't hurt to save real quick. Let's do some exploring. Let's check the train car first. Where's Sherry?
Sherry? Where is she?
Darn it, girl, all you had to do was wait for me. We'll find her. Power is off, curiously. If you remember from the Leon run, we gotta go to the blue area first. Easy way to remember that the cold room is in the blue area. Makes logical sense. And what we're going to get is the fuse to power up the laboratory. Lots of satisfying clacking sounds coming from that machine. I always like that. Maybe not clacking, but it sounds like hydraulic motors, I guess. Or electric, I guess. Hydraulic is fluid powered. Pneumatic is air powered, in case you didn't know. All right. All right, we have Ivy's behind that door. Not gonna attack them quite yet. Oh, I need to go get the lighter so I can light the plants on fire. Yeah. It grew back after Leon did his thing. I'm not even gonna take those bolts. It's okay. While we're here, let's read this note. Alright, user registration. Temporary user registration for the culture experiment room. Username guess with no password. The opposite of secure. Laboratory security manual. Laboratory security manual. Security measures in case of an emergency. In the instance of an uncontainable biohazardous breakout, like what we're in. Excuse me. All security measures will be directed towards the underground transport facility. In the instance that any abnormalities are detected among cargo in transit, all materials will automatically be transported from the loading zone to the designated high-speed train, at which point all materials will be isolated and disposed of immediately. In the instance of a Class 1 emergency, the entire train will be purged and disposed of without delay. In the instance that the lab itself becomes contaminated, the northernmost route currently used to transport materials to and from the facility will be designated as the emergency escape route. This route will secure passage to the relay point outside the city limits. Disclosure about any information regarding research conducted here or the existence of this facility is strictly prohibited. They don't want the population of Raccoon to know about this. Since it is top priority to keep all research classified, escape access may be denied under certain extenuating circumstances. That's dark. So what they're saying is they are much more interested in keeping everything here top secret. They value that over the lives of the people that work here. I'm thinking. Okay, you know what? I said I was going to go get the lighter. It doesn't really matter. No, you know what? It does matter. You might not have watched my Leon A playthrough, so I'm sure you're very curious what's on the other side of that plant, so I'm going to do it for you. It only takes a minute. You might even be able to shoot it with a flame round. I'm going to try that. Oh. I'm taking that W box key also with my luck. Forget it. I'll get it while I'm thinking about it. The console says anti-BOW gas sprinkler. Will I turn on the switch? Yes, I will. This is gonna weaken monsters in the area. Let's see if flame rounds works. Okay, that's just plain cool. That is really cool that you could do that instead of using the lighter. Nice. This game never ceases to amaze. I beat it so many times, but just stuff like that. It's awesome. Flickers. What do you have in here? Some more regular grenades, perfect for zombies. Yeah, that was totally worth it. I'm glad that I decided to go back here and use that flame grenade. And now the lighter is just in our inventory to keep us company. It makes me feel good having it there. Remember, the Ivies, they're not particularly deadly, but you don't want to get hit by their acid spit because it poisons you, and that's extremely annoying. When you kill them with the flame grenades, they won't whip you as you try to run by also. You can see above Claire's head where the tentacles of this giant plant have snaked their way through the laboratory. I believe that's plant 43, because you face plant 42 in Resident Evil 1. Don't quote me, though. Yeah, that is awesome with its tendrils. Yeah, this is one of my favorite screens in the whole game. Just the sheer size of the plant, that monstrous plant, is just daunting. Health check so I don't get my head chopped off. Looking good. You know what, while I'm in here, let's try regular grenades on these. Come on. Let me step on this and kind of aggro him. Come on, buddy. Fine. So I'm relatively quiet doing the walk instead of running. That's why I was able to kind of clown on those lickers. I made short work of them. A map of the lab is available here. I'll take it. Yeah, we're looking good. For the sake of inventory space, we've had a little bit of fun with the regular grenades. Let's go back to flame. And then acid if we get into real trouble. Gonna use that W box key, the weapon box. We have the card key already. Let's check this room down here. That way we'll be able to toss the card key when we check out all the rooms upstairs. I also want to see if the moth is here. He is. Or she, I don't know. Okay. We'll operate the computer, yes. Remember, this is an extremely secure computer. I'm gonna have to be a late hacker. But before I put my hacks on, let's just try guess real quick with no password. Nice. So this is one of the things that carries over from the A scenario to the B scenario. So, and on Leon A, we registered our fingerprint and we put our hand, we registered our hand upstairs in this room. And now we're going to be able to do that with Claire. And the room requires two handprints, and I'll be able to go into it. It's worth doing. It's the environment is cool looking. I won't give it away. This box with the blue light above it is where we use the weapon box key. Get some. I'm not even gonna pick them up, but now you know what's in here for Claire. Disappointing, yes. Good range on the grenades. What do we have here? The P room key. It looks unique. Now I can access the power room. I am almost positive the power room is where I moved that box a couple minutes ago. I don't play the B scenarios as much as I play the A scenarios, so I could be wrong, but we're just gonna check it and find out. Really, I can't think of many other places where I would use that, but we're gonna see. Inventory check. Let's get rid of this red herb. My apologies for not doing the film. I might do like a little director's cut video where I talk about stuff like that I missed.
Annette!
Where's Sherry?
But I asked her, and she's never even heard of the G-Virus before.
Which room? Tell me.
That was all that line of dialogue sounded cut.
Sherry!
Oh, that ain't good.
No!
Why would X be chasing her?
Annette!
The sample's inside the pendant Sherry's wearing.
That's why. Excuse me, I apologize. Remember here we use the MO disc to get through the shutter as Leon. So I took a couple hits and I'm still in fine. So I'm going to give myself a boost. You might be saying to yourselves, well, that's a waste. Why would you do that? Well, the different statuses, the damage statuses in this game, fine, caution, and danger, they have sub-statuses that the game doesn't actually show you. So my health said fine, but I wasn't at full health. I took a couple hits. Oh. Whew. Oh, man. I was sweating there. I thought I was going to get poisoned. Oh. The music in the laboratory is so good. It's awesome. And here we are. So this is the moment that I've been waiting for. The fingerprint scanner room. I will proceed. And now we have access. Let's check it out. This room has possibly the most intense music for any environment in the entire game. I'll be quiet and I will let you enjoy it. I'll just explore the room and let you take it all in. Cool, huh? Yeah, that music sounds like straight out of a horror movie. And there on the body of that Umbrella Special Forces member, we got the MG bullets. .380 rounds, a magazine for the Ingram Mac 11. I'm not sure why they call them .380. I don't know, it's weird. It must be some kind of lost in translation thing. Because 380 ACP, the cartridge that the Mac 11 shoots, it's a decimal point 380. So for some reason, when they translated the game, instead of just putting period 380 for the caliber of 380 ACP, they actually spelled out dot I'm not sure why. And 380 ACP, it goes by a couple of different names aside from 380 ACP. It's also called 9mm Kurz, which is German. Kurz is German for short because it's shorter than 9mm Luger. The ACP in 380 ACP stands for Automatic Colt Pistol because a handgun manufactured by Colt was the first to use the 380. Which was it? It might have been the Pocket Light. A 1903 Pocket Light? one of the pocket lights was a 32 ACP and the other one was a 380 ACP. I'm drawing a blank on the date that it was put into production. I think it's either a 1903 or a 1908. I apologize. But anyway, it goes to show you the 380 ACP is a old school cartridge. Anyway, I need to focus on the dang game instead of talking about guns. I apologize. All right, turn that on. This is the vaccine synthesis machine. This is an A scenario thing. We don't actually have to do this. Just wanted to, go in here for the sake of thoroughness. The Mac 10 you might have heard of also. Those were produced in 45 ACP, also automatic Colt pistol. That's what ACP stands for 45, and 9mm. And the Mac 11 was just a 380. Just in case you were wondering, the Mac 11 is significantly smaller than the Mac 10. Also, okay. Flame rounds, acid rounds. Let's get rid of our spare magazine for the Mac 11. That's all you get, though. You do all that work. A scenario, B scenario, putting your fingerprints in, and you just get a spare magazine. But in my opinion, if you're doing a leisurely playthrough like what I'm doing, it's totally worth it. The music is amazing. The environment looks really, really cool with the failed experiments floating in the test tubes. The wound or the dead Umbrella Special Forces member. It is totally worth it, in my opinion. Splash some rain on my nose. Let's go save Sherry. In case you're wondering why I can go off on tangents about firearms, I was a manager at a gun store for half a decade, so I have handled literally more than 1,000 guns. So I know a great deal about how they work. Perfect for Resident Evil games because the weapon selection is very, very cool in these games. Sherry? She was here. Elevator power's on. Where'd she go? Or it looked like she was here. Right? It looked exactly like where we're standing. But it's actually above where we're standing where I pushed that box. P-room key. It's useless, so let's discard.
Sherry!
Help me, Claire!
Strong.
Mom, that's your pendant. Throw it to me! Good girl. Now run, Sherry. As for you, come and get it. I've got what you want. Come on. Here. This is what you're looking for, right? Fine. Then go get it.
How about that?
Sucker.
Ha.
Self-destruct sequence has been activated. Repeat.
Claire is so sassy. I love it.
Has been activated. This sequence
Sucker.
cannot be aborted. All employees proceed to the emergency car at the bottom platform.
She has another line that I absolutely love that I am not going to spoil. You'll see. Did you think it was going to be that easy? That X was going to die in a cutscene? We cannot be so lucky.
Sherry, where are you? Where is she?
We're gonna pass another item box before things get really exciting, but just in case, let me take a second full heal. I love this music. This music is so exciting. Gets me friggin' pumped. Okay, so we need the master key. Okay. Bear with me as I do a safety save. Alright, so we have to find Sherry. Let's check the main shaft area.
Mom! Mom!
Sherry, you have to escape. I know I've been a terrible mother, but I still love you. Forgive me.
Mom!
Sherry, we have to go now.
Ah, poor Sherry. And that's not the nicest lady, but you still feel bad for Sherry, you know. Master key. So we'll be able to use this in the elevator. Sorry, Sherry. It's a gun, it's not loaded. If you remember, that's Ada's gun. That she aims at Leon when she tries to get the G-Virus, but she doesn't have any intention of hurting Leon, of course. Check the key. It looks very important. Yes, it does. Looks like a really fancy car key. Or I guess a really fancy elevator key in this case. An emergency passageway is visible. Will you go down? Yes, I will. Let's get out of here. Hear the elevator shift gears and keep going. And the lights, the indicator of where it was, they turn red. There's our getaway train.
You wait here, okay? I'll go and get this thing moving.
Alright. Let's get this train operational. There's an activation lever for the train motor. The motor cannot be activated due to the insufficient power supply. Okay, so we need to get some kind of fuses to power this thing up and get it moving. So, couple train cars. The train's a couple train cars long, as you can see. Platform key. I have to hurry and get that train operational. Yes. Let's do some inventory cleanup. My 48 acid rounds. X is lurking somewhere. So let's be very, very prepared. You saw that giant claw come up out of the molten metal. He is not one to be trifled with. So we're going to unlock the platform doors and get the fuse that we need. Use the platform key, it's useless. Time to discard.
Five minutes until detonation.
Alrighty. They have a courtesy item box back here just in case. Got here. Storage for the high capacity plugs. Just so we need. Joint S plug. Joint N plug. Those are huge, those things. Wow. High power plug used to activate large generators. Very same. Something's rumbling. Pay attention to this music when this coming fight starts. It is very exciting. Alright, the emergency mode has been activated. The power supply will be cut temporarily. The emergency train will be activated upon restoration of the power. So it's going to go dark. And then once we're fully powered, train will get moving. Bring it, X.
Here, use this. Who are you?
Hey, that voice is familiar. Sounds like a certain super spy Asian lady I know. Who's nice enough to drop the rocket launcher for us. Get a heal in, even though I'm doing just fine. And here we go with one of my favorite lines. Get ready.
You lose, big guy.
You lose, big guy! It's cheesy, but I love it. If we have any Metal Gear fans in the audience, you'll recognize that rocket launcher. It's a Stinger missile launcher of Metal Gear fame, and real-life fame, of course. A rocket launcher. One shot from this should kill any enemy. I forgot how quickly those acid grenades take down Mr. X. I almost feel like I should have used flame or something to keep up the tension. But the swelling music and the lights going off, I still think it's a really great set piece. I'm gonna check while I'm out here. I don't... For some reason, I have some vague memory of having to press a button down this hallway, so I'm gonna check real quick because I have some time. Good. My hunch was correct. A device to open the tunnel gate. Will you turn on the switch? Notice the train is called the Galaxy 5000. Galaxy spelled real weird, though. Let's move the lever. Get reunited with Leon.
Are you okay?
Yes, I'm fine.
It's over.
No. I have to find my brother.
You're right. This is just the beginning.
My God has protected you. It will always be with you.
Made in heaven.
Claire.
That's where the title of this Let's Play came from. Claire was right, it's not quite over yet. We have one more abomination to dispose of.
What was that?
Can't talk to Leon? Okay. That is awesome how fast it's moving.
Warning, biohazardous outbreak imminent. The emergency system has been activated. This train will detonate. Repeat, this train will detonate.
Yes, the train is going to detonate. In 1 minute, or
No!
2 minutes.
What's wrong with this thing?
I don't know. The door won't open.
Oh geez, Leon, you better do something. Shoot it open, please. Figure something out. While Leon's figuring out the door, we have to check whatever this biohazardous material happens to be. Birkin's final form. He is a full-on Lovecraftian-style eldritch abomination. Just a glob of teeth and tentacles and eyes. Pretty horrifying. Getting pretty close. It's rocket launcher time. We're all good. Claire is exhausted, as you can see. She's holding her arm. It's a lot killing X and then Birkin. Now let's get off this train before it explodes.
Warning. The self-destruct system has been activated. Each train compartment will detonate sequentially. Repeat. Each train compartment will detonate sequentially.
Leon, stop the train!
I can't. The door to the control room is locked.
What is it?
Sherry, get back! That's what I call her. Claire! Where are you?
You don't give up, do you?
That's right.
Sherry! What are you doing?
We have to stop the train, right? I can do it.
Sherry! Persistent, aren't you? Well, come and get it!
Leon knows what's up.
Which one's the right switch? Maybe this one?
Sherry!
Claire! Ah!
Can't hold on much longer.
Push the switch.
Did you expect that?
Got it!
Finally.
Are you okay, Sherry?
I'm okay.
Where's Leon? Leon? Leon!
Right here.
Leon!
You're both safe. Just die. We've got to get out of here. Move it. Go!
I like how they were all kind of working together in the train. Leon was distracting Birkin while Sherry was trying to find the right button to press, and then Claire was giving her assistance.
That was a close one. That was pretty impressive back there, Sherry.
It was nothing. I saw someone do that on TV once.
Come on. We've got to move out.
Now what's the problem? Is something following us?
Hey, we still have a job to do. Let's go.
Go? Oh, you can't mean.
Chris, I have to find you.
And so, that brings us to the end of my Resident Evil 2 Claire B scenario Let's Play. We crawled our way through the laboratory and dealt death with our acid grenade launcher against William Birkin and Mr. X to put an end to them for good. I want to thank you so much for joining me for this adventure. It has truly been a pleasure to have you. And if my gameplay and commentary gets you hot like a molten pool of metal does to Mr. X, give me a like and a subscribe. If you prefer alternate media, you can check me out on Odyssey and BitChute. I get a lot of love on BitChute, and I want to let you guys know that I appreciate it very, very much. Up next, we're going to be changing systems and genres altogether as we travel to the land of Hyrule for The Legend of Zelda: The Ocarina of Time. I hope that you will join me for it. Thank you so much, everyone. I'll talk to you very soon. Bye!